Good evening, Mother Russia. Hello from our smoke and vodka-soaked studios to your potato-filled apartments. I am Yuri Grabbabeech, and this is the Communist United News Transmission Service, C.U.N.T.S. And tonight we have special story and very special guest. Although I might say that Supreme Leader, Best President ever, Putin might not approve of this guest, and I hope I don't end up on my knees facing the ditch later on this evening. If that is going to be the case, please let me drink my fill before then. Comrades. Even maybe have some of my fine product that your American man, Brittany Griner, left here. Delaware County, Indiana. Yes, I know. Nobody in Russia has ever heard of this. It's not as popular a destination for tourism as Los Angeles and New York City. And what are you doing, kitty cat? Do not climb up there. I'm in the middle of something. Somebody has allowed pussy to run amok in the studio. And no, I don't mean Ukrainian women we will be shipping to your President Biden and his crackhead son Hunter in Wayfair cabinets. Apparently, outside of studio door, there was some kind of meeting of pussies I did not know about because there was a big fat pussy outside the door. And no, I do not mean Kamala Harris. Nor were there marks from her knee pad she wore whilst entangled with Willie Brown and pot-smoking money mutual salesman Montel Williams. Statement from Delaware County, Ryan Webb. He is a councilman there. He says, after much consideration, I have decided to come out and finally feel comfortable announcing my true authentic self. It is with great relief that I announce to everyone that I identify as a woman, and not just any woman, but as a woman of color as well. I guess this would make me gay, lesbian as well, since I am attracted to women. Whew, that felt good to finally get that out. Apparently he is Native American, which, as we show picture of Ryan Webb, he is plain to see to naked eye a very, very white man. Now, we here at Communist United News Transmission Service do not condone this make-believe fantasy land, but from afar, we find it quite humorous. As a matter of fact, we are wondering when you will have an American man who turns into a boxer, so one of your Americans might actually beat one of the Russians in a fight. But that being said, even American man would lose to a Russian woman because basically, let's face it, they're both men. Oh, this is good vodka. Must be fresh potatoes peeled by the Ogolev family of Moscow. Yes, the Ogolev family has peeled the potatoes for the vodka, which I drink this evening. For you, I will hit my crack pipe. I mean, I'm not Hunter Biden. This makes dealing with man off camera with gun and our guest this evening much easier. Now, our guest is an American, so please forgive them for being not as smart as Russians. But regardless, we have with us this evening, joining us live via satellite, run by 2 tin cans, seven Ukrainians we've captured along the border as they were searching for Hunter Biden's crack. We have Eimaj the Fantabulous. Now, Eimaj, you being a... Would somebody tell me what this is? I don't know. You being, shall we say, who you are, you might have a valid opinion on this topic and of Ryan Webb announcing he is not only a transgender woman, but a transgender woman of color. Now, the only color I can see in you is your fantabulous outfit. Eimaj.
What, this old thing? Oh, I just found it and threw it on. I thought maybe you'd like the little purple and it's got little white flowers and whatnot. But thank you so much, Yuri, for having me on. Everybody, I'm Eimaj the Fantabulous. And I know this whole Ryan Webb thing has got everybody all up in arms. You know, you got Spider-Man shooting webs out.
Okay.
And now he's coming out saying he's a black lesbian of color. I mean, this Ryan Webb, he just needs to stick with his acting and do a Spider-Man thing. You know what I mean?
Now, since you have completely acted like an American Democrat and skirted all possibility to answer any question I have posed, I will, of course, pose another question, acting as if I am an American Republican who is, in fact, controlled opposition by the Democratic Party, much akin to your Harlem Globetrotters versus the Washington Generals. Which is funny because Washington is where your nation's capital is and is, of course, one of the most corrupt cities in the world. Next to Mos Eisley in Star Wars, it is a wretched hive of scum and villainy. Eimaj, don't you agree with me?
Oh, I most certainly do agree. I mean, those Harlem Globetrotters, who doesn't like that? It's a bunch of mans running around. They're playing with each other's balls and they're slapping each other on the butts when they do a good job. You know, that Curly was my favorite. Him and Larry, and maybe Joe even. Oh, then there's that Shep fella. He was great in the Globetrotters, but I just love it when men's can come together and they just have a bonding experience with each other's balls.
Speaking to the womanhood of Delaware County Representative Councilman Ryan Webb, it was said by a great American poet, and you'll have to excuse me if I do not get quote 100% right, but I believe he actually came out, this American poet, great man, very talented, and wrote a sonnet about Ryan Webb. And part of it, if I may quote, "She grew up tall and she grew up right with them Indiana boys on an Indiana night." So Ryan Webb, clearly a woman of color, has had songs of singing her praise and bravery for undergoing this very, 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 very difficult transition into womanhood. Wouldn't you say, Eimaj?
Well, I know this. I sure do love that little Tom Petty's Heartbreakers, you know. He had such a lovely face. He could really look good when he turned to the side. He had a nice little silhouette. Oh, he was a lovely fella. Him and the little Heartbreakers that he ran around with, they were just breaking everybody's hearts. I love watching those little videos of them doing it. It was so nice.
Much like U.S. hockey team in Olympics, I can see this is going nowhere. Eimaj is prattling on about whatever it is. I can't understand the accent. It is very weird to my ears and is, frankly, it is rather obtuse to say, is that obtuse? Is that the word? No? Intrusive? Khrushchev? No, that's not it. Hang on. Maybe another drink will help. Councilman Ryan Webb has been under fire from activists saying he is mocking transgender community. How can you mock that which is ripe for parody, Eimaj?
Well, I don't think you can mock anything when they're under fire. I think what they're trying to say is that he's super hot. I mean, he's just going to go do his thing. He's just got it, you know. Some people have it, some people don't. He's hot, hot, hot. Oh, yeah, hot, hot, hot. So what I think is he needs to go join the parades. And he needs to present his hotness out there, and he just needs to let it all hang out and let everybody see how hot he is, you know? I don't think there's anything mocking about that at all.
I wanted to give you final word, and then you take I give you inch and you take American mile, as they say.
So how many inches are we talking about? Jesus Christ, I can't believe I asked that.
Apparently, man off camera with hand grenade and pin pulled 3/4 of the way out says that this is all time we have for interview with gay American, whatever that Eimaj is.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Yuri, who said I was gay? Oh my gosh, are you flirting with me? I mean, I'm not saying no. I've never done anything like that before. Maybe you should just call me.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I urge you to please give your support from Mother Russia all the way to Indiana, which, because you cannot fault them, Indiana University's colors are red and white. We are red and yellow, and apparently at some time during this interview, my communist patch fell off. So, Eimaj, if you have nothing else to say about Ryan Webb, I think this is where I have to end it because I am being threatened by man off camera with gun, again, for the third time in the last couple minutes.
Thank you so much, Yuri. I had a great time today.
So, for my guest this evening, Eimaj the Fantabulous, via satellite from America, I am Yuri Grabbabeech from Communist United News Transmission Service, bidding you a good evening from our smoke-filled and vodka-soaked studios to your potato-filled apartments. Good night, Mother Russia. What do you want from me? I don't know. This guy keeps talking. What do you want?
It's okay.